Yeah, like this lah. Starting also wrong song one. How? Okay lah, let's do it again. All right. It's Deepavali, right? It's okay. Hello. Selamat malam. Good evening. Vanakkam. And welcome
Selamat
to
malam.
LOL Rizal. Yes, hey, welcome, and a happy Deepavali to everyone who is celebrating Deepavali. I hope you had a very good day today, and I'm very sure the whole of Malaysia is on leave at the moment. They churi take Friday leave as well because they want to have the long weekend. Kan? Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely, right? Hey,
Yeah.
seriously, I'm very happy, man. It's been a while since we had a long weekend, right?
Oh yeah, this one is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's not Thursday, Friday ni. Semalam orang traffic jam already. Tuesday night traffic jam. Betul. I have some colleagues Wednesday,
Yes.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Oh, I was like, wow.
Oh, okay lah. Cool, man. All right. So I know, right? Today, even though it is like a public holiday, lah, why are we still on? Are you working? See,
Hari-hari mau work mah.
wow, that is very hard. But anyway, thank you to those who are joining in, and even those who will be watching the replay. I love the fact that you guys are visiting, so that's good. If you are with us tonight, do drop us a comment, say hi, and also, it's a time to also put on your message, and say, wish happy Deepavali to everyone else who is in the LinkedIn community, especially in Malaysia lah for the guys, right? Semua orang cuti hari ni, everybody's chilling and relaxing. I think I had a very cool day today. So cool that in the morning I had a meeting, and after that my daughter has to go for exam because she's taking the IGCSE, and then in the afternoon go for a vaccination. Full day, man. And now tonight we're on LOL.
My goodness. I thought you said you don't work today. Jangan,
Yeah lah.
Rizal.
I think this one is ad hoc work. Ad hoc work.
At work.
Yeah lah.
All right.
Wow, see. Wow, we got Tyler, man. Hey, dude, how you doing? Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, and we've got Siva. Hey, even you are not dressed up, eh? Hey, Siva, welcome, happy Deepavali, and of course, for everyone's information, that it is actually Siva's birthday today.
birthday today.
Siva,
Yeah.
yeah, it's your birthday. Yeah, happy birthday and happy Deepavali. Oh, double, man. Got presents and also got food as well. Boom, and the end with a cake.
Birthday, public holiday pula tu.
Wow, that's like
Ah.
Raja, man. Raja. Okay lah, it's been a while since I wore this one lah. Just now kena marah from say Rizal, this one mana ada kena dengan Deepavali, okay? Hey, Dave, this one can lah. Lepas lah, okay? I wore this for
Macam
Deepavali event lah.
macam whisper now, macam this one
Hmm.
is like Vaisakhi tau. Itu different celebration lah day.
Hey, Dave, this one is for my former company. The staff bought for me and they said, Rizal, you wear this one for the Deepavali event. Wow, okay.
Okay.
When I put this on, they forced me to also dance. Die. But of course, me never shy lah. I love to dance anyway.
Okay, nanti we siap dengan Bhangra dance sekali ya.
Wah, Bangla dance boleh. Hey Sharon, how you doing? Happy Deepavali. Mana maruku sudah masuk itu perutku lah. Sudah masuk perutku. Yeah. What about you? Did you have your Deepavali food?
Belum lagi, tak ada keluar, kat rumah je.
Boleh see. Bukan apa?
Bukan saya biasa. Siva birthday.
Siva punya birthday lah. Okay lah. Hari ni, right, today, right, since it's Deepavali, we got a bit some. Welcome to Rizal's restaurant. So I'm putting in a bit of a Deepavali feel for our guest who was joining in. But today we got a fun topic. I think for me, personally, it's fun and unique. And let me just pull out. So today we'll be talking about accelerating people development with Sifu Tai ChooTack. Oh, accelerating. So exciting. Doesn't sound so exciting. Hey, do you use Excel a lot?
No man, I'm not very good at Excel lah.
What do you
Excel
mean?
tu
Your
for
satay,
finance lah.
satay
Friend,
tak pakai Excel meh?
how? Excel kena komputer mah. Satay one hand twisting the satay, one hand tengah kipas kan. Mana ada tangan lagi Excel tu? Tak ada. Rojak, how do you sell
Hey,
the Excel?
hey, God. I mean
How?
like I got iPad on the side ma. iPad I use Siri.
Oh,
Oh Siri, please record 2 plates of rojak on that just now. Tambah sotong 2.
okay. Itu terror. Nanti kita demo sikit lah.
Demo. Tengok Siri actually Siti tulis tapi bukan Siri. I think we should have a Malaysian version lah. Siti lah, Siti.
Careful, you know. City tu sensitive ah.
Oh,
Nanti nanti
oh my
whisky pun
God.
tak boleh tukar nama.
Aduh. Okay. Anyway, it's a Deepavali night. I know we're gonna talk about something very heavy, but let's chill, relax, and actually both myself and CA, we're so excited to bring on the guest for today. So excited that I don't think I can do it alone. I need to bring the satay guy lah. The Pasar Malam Association president. He complained lah. Hey Rizal, you jual that hari Thursday I also want to jual mah. His kedai he cuti a bit, right, for a while. Can ask, haven't seen for a while. He said, come lah. I also ajak him lah. So teman ni. It's a bit more fun lah. Pasar malam, we have to have a lot of people. Then it's happening, right? Yeah, it's more happening lah. So I guess, right, we want to bring in the special guest for today. Let's bring him in. Should we bring the guy in? See,
Oh yes, please. Mari,
let's
mari.
please. Mari. Okay, let's welcome our guest for today, Miss Sifu Tai ChooTack. Yay!
Yay!
Happy
everyone.
Deepavali. Vanakkam.
Deepavali,
Yeah.
welcome.
Alright. Yeah. Wow. How come his background so canggih one? Us like
Simple. If let's say you see the behind chair, so simple one.
but he's like a magic genie one. Okay, the bullet around.
Yes.
If you got smoke
And-
there, yeah.
And this one I can move one I
Okay,
can
show us.
move.
Hey, don't wait.
Yeah.
The hantu one.
God, just kidding.
Oh, hey, see you can do. Let's try move.
I think
I also can move a manual lah.
Wow, this one chunky. I can
don't
move
play,
somewhere else.
play.
Maybe I move.
Okay lah. As long as
just
picture moving, okay lah. If you money move, then I'll worry a bit lah. The more money, hey, how come? That one, CA want to learn that skill lah. Okay.
from
Alright.
Rizal's credit card to my wallet lah.
Ayo, orang mana pakai credit card lagi lah. Okay lah, okay. Let's to be fair, right, we got special guest today, right? Let's do a intro lah, huh? Let's do an intro. So, hey, Sifu Tai, please now. We want to know you. We want to know the man behind the Excel sheet. Wow, not man behind the mirror, man behind the Excel sheet. You every day post about Excel sheet lah.
Specifically,
Ah.
she the I is longer, not shorter. Otherwise, with different meaning. Excel sheet.
Oh, Excel sheet. Yalah. Not Excel sheet. Oh, okay. The Excel sheet. That one sounds okay. The Excel sheet. Okay, so the man behind the Excel sheet. So let's hear about you, man. Tell us about yourself. We want to know.
Yes. Hi everyone. My name is Tai, and my full name is Tai ChooTack. And just for easier to remember, I just ask people just call my surname Tai. We can share my slide, and it's a quick run through. These are the special numbers. Yes, these are numbers. Okay, back to 1998, I was a programmer. So that means I don't talk to human. I talk to computer, and I love it so much. And I was so crazy back then. I was a bit anti-social. I don't like to talk to human, and I just can do my codings with my eyes closed. I'm so crazy lah. So it still works. That's a crazy part of it. Then slowly I moved on to 2007. I joined a company in the SAP ERP consulting. So I was a techno functional. I start realizing, wow, the world is so big because it's a consulting firm. There's more people you compare to the programmer company. So I see, hey, there's a lot more data. And from that, I got inspired to be a project manager. So there's a chance for me to see and interact with more people. Then slowly, I'm very, very fortunate. I started my career as a project management in year 2011. So that's a very great thing. And I can see a lot more people, they are doing reports differently, especially for the project management. They use a lot of Excel to track their progress, the statuses, chase for payment. They also pass around a lot of Excel spreadsheets just to make sure the information is cutting across. So with these three experiences combined, I'm able to do some automation in Excel. So normally people will take a few days, and now I'm able to do something like this. Just one button click, go to sleep, wake up the next day, the job is done. So that's automation.
Yeah.
So in the SAP ERP, I know a lot of data is inside the computer system or somewhere hidden. So if let's say use it well, that can make a lot more difference in their operation. Project management means I'm able to present the report differently so that whoever read your report, they will appreciate your effort rather than, report only law. So that's a different thing. Then there's one turning point in the year 2013. On one fine day, my boss just talked to me. Tai, thank you for your contribution. The tone is a bit serious now. The company is on a struggling stage, and this is a letter, and there's a compensation. Thank you very much, and the door is there. I was just retrenched, and this time I started on my own and start doing some independent work and start doing some training. Then slowly I realized when I interact with more people, I see there are a lot more potential in terms of the Excel. Not really on Excel. Excel is just a very simple tool, and it's able to make sense of the numbers, the data, and a lot of things we could do. So this is the time I'm here to share more about what are the things you could do more with Excel. If I say for those who are here, I would love to see your comment or question. I will see how I'm able to address yours. So that's the overall quick, a simple introduction about me. Not so quick, it's just a simple introduction about me. Back to you, Rizal.
Wah, hey, people intro got presentation, got timeline semua. Last time the other guy intro terus straight away makan nasi lemak aja. Faisal Saimi. He's the sales expert, selling by not selling man. He doesn't even sell. He doesn't even sell. He makes millions. All he does is go makan at restaurant. Seriously, I don't know how he does it. But anyway, I thought that was a very, very good introduction. Truly a programmer one. Truly a programmer.
Yes.
Wah, bunyi apa itu? See you.
No, wasn't me.
I hear like Chinese New Year sounds now. Ding ding ding. Suddenly different
My
celebration.
daughter.
Your daughter.
She's doing something downstairs. They can hear the sound very loud.
Okay. All right. Very cool.
You want
to
check out what happened or not? Tai?
It's okay.
I hope she's okay.
She's okay. She can handle that.
One click, you sleep tomorrow morning. Settle already, ma. He said just now what?
Except cooking food.
Okay, we got a few people who joining in all the way from Singapore. Hey, Jaje. Hello. Hey, yeah. Hey, apa tu? Jaje all the way from Singapore. Singapore got holiday today, right? Got right? Deepavali, sure. Not sure, right? Sure. Have they're the same, right? Yeah. Okay, thanks so much for joining us. And we also got Adrina Oladian. Hey, Adrina, how are you doing? Welcome. So we just started. We just start to find out a bit more about Sifu Tai lah. Sifu Tai. Hey, Sifu Tai, where are you from? Which part of Malaysia you're from?
I'm Selangor. It's quite big lah. I'm currently staying in Kajang.
Wow.
Satay Kajang.
Okay. Oh, that guy is sensitive one. You say, okay? You don't eat satay?
Yeah, I don't eat satay. There's a couple of reasons. The primary reasons I'm vegetarian, so I don't eat meat lah.
Oh, okay. Vegetarian
can save money lor. Do something else lor.
Serious vegetarian save money man? I thought same.
Oh, expensive
depending on the choices.
Depending on the
Depending on the
choices.
still possible. If let's say there's a non-veggie, there's a lot more food to buy, even though the maybe the price per meal is lower, but can buy more. They also eat more. Eventually, it will grow horizontally.
Oh no. Okay lah, at least
Betul juga.
pakai Excel forecast boleh forecast, right? Growth macam mana, right? There's no he shared one today. I saw already. The next, Sifu Tai, seriously, if you say you're vegetarian, right? If you say you monk, I believe one. Okay. If you're a monk, because you got the hairstyle, the look, the feel, very calm, relaxed, and very zen. You say you're a monk, I believe one. You're not, right?
No, you just said he has a daughter, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, monks cannot have kids.
Which monk got kid, weh?
I don't know.
Jangan, weh.
I'm not monk. Hello.
Just like this Rizal. Rizal, tadi minum apa tadi, Rizal? Itu Coke ke? Itu timah ke? You minum apa? Jangan ni.
Okay. Adrina says here, vegetarian eat onions or don't eat onions? You tanya vegetarian here. Sifu Tai, what do you think?
For me, I don't. I don't eat.
Why?
There are some studies. I have forgotten which studies. It says those kind of onion garlic has a bit different chemical. If let's say the person is not taking any meat, it's not so good. If the person is taking meat, then it's okay. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I've read something like that before. And there's an interesting story about me. And some people will be asking, hey, how come your name is called yourself Sifu and you're not really Sifu? How come you really want to know about this story?
Hey, saya. Who wants to know? Who wants to know?
Ambil dua tangan sekali.
I put my leg out also lah. Go ahead.
Okay, that was a very fun story, and I know a person, a music composer of one of the popular brand in Malaysia. I'm not sure whether can I mention the name.
Can.
The brand can. Hantam saja lah. Okay, so it's the Gardenia TV commercial. So the song is composed by this person, and this person is very creative. And I'm not so creative person. I'm not so artistic kind of person. When I was having a one-to-one with him and just chat and see, then his name is very interesting. His name is he called himself as Skin. Really, the Skin. Yes. I said, why you call yourself Skin? I said, unique. No people would choose that name, and it's easy to remember. Okay, yeah, I also salute lah. Yeah, okay. And after that, then while we are chit-chatting, Skin said, I think your name is too long. You need to find some other things people able to remember. So the first suggestion he gave is about, maybe you could call your name is Tai EXCEL. EXCEL is just your profession, it's not your work, so you need to have a code. Tai double code EXCEL. Then after a while, that one is not so catchy, not so memorable. Maybe you can call yourself, then he looked at me. Okay, short hair, skinny look. Have a feel like Sifu. Maybe how about just call yourself EXCEL Sifu? I said, okay. Then from that moment onward, I use that until today, EXCEL Sifu.
Wow, nice story. Yeah. I think that's very cool. I think for CA already, people don't know him as don't know him as anything else but satay already. You say satay on LinkedIn, there's only one guy, okay?
Jangan weh.
Jangan. Hey, got someone even go and DM him, order satay, okay?
Wow.
Yeah, for real. Oh, okay.
Not
but
DM,
that's a good
that one
story.
video call.
Order satay some more. And I told him, you should sell. Why don't you sell? Who knows, right? Can make money. You just mark up the price. You order something very nice, you mark up. And you do you get margins, right? You get 100 orders, 15% from that. Free money. All you just do is your time to order for people. Oh, yeah. Okay, and then here Adina said, okay, I just wanted to know which level of vegetarian. Thank you, Sifu Tai. Now you know already. What level? What that kind of level one. Okay.
Wow, so don't know level some more.
Got level 1. Okay lah. Let's ask this big question, this burning question I want to ask. You know, what does Excel mean to you? You wake up Excel, you makan breakfast Excel, makan tengah hari Excel, you mandi pakai Excel lah. Your baju also XL tapi XS lah, bukan XL, you very thin lah. Right? You really love it. What does it really mean to you?
Very good question. Excel to me is a tool, and some people may, oh yeah, so hard. You take it as a tool, is a fantastic innovation, and why not? So I say as a tool, the tool is supposed to help us a lot. So if let's say we are not using well, and sometimes I like to joke differently lah. I would say some people use Excel to torture themselves. Why? You really some people, the work could be done in Excel, and when I see how people do the work, then afterwards I say, you know what? You're using Excel to torture yourself, and furthermore, you are doing the work supposed to be done by Excel, and you are doing it yourself manually. So why not shift the thinking, and you are able to let Excel to do the work for you, and maybe even more, and the best of all, you are the one get paid. So fun and so best. Let Excel do the work, and you are the one get paid. That's best lah.
Fantastic.
Right? That's an interesting way to think. Let the thing do the work for you, and you get paid. How come I never think of that?
Yeah, no.
You too busy selling rojak tu.
Itulah, I pakai City bukan pakai Siri pakai City punya. Wah, but wanted to ask this Excel. When was the first time you used Excel in your own when you were, was it in uni, or when were you exposed to it?
Very good question. Okay. Maybe in my first job, starting from my very first career, I was programmer 98, and back then I don't use Excel as per Excel. I use Excel differently. Back then I need to write some repetitive code. I use Excel to generate the code so that I'm able to copy and paste, rather than we type and we change the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah, auto generate lah. You just make it. Copy drag
pattern. I just code it differently and use Excel. Back then I don't use programming in Excel. I just do some formula just to make sure that some repetitive pattern is there, so I can just copy and paste.
Wow.
Crazy lah.
I didn't know that lah. CA, you use Excel a lot, right? Your work?
Tak ada. Saya tak guna banyak Excel. Excel finance man. Saya jual sate je. I just fan only what. Got use Excel one fan. Ada guna komputer. Apa tu komputer?
You don't even use Excel, man. You use lah.
Got lah. Very rarely lah. Excel simple report. But not like, I think what a Thai showed all this automation, got dashboard. Wow, see like, wow, very canggih already. It's like rocket science to me, like sending rockets to the moon.
Okay.
And I'm still using very basic stuff lah. Can still plus minus.
All right, I'm gonna just share screen and show something to the people who are with us today, right? If you just first time seeing the Sifu himself live, right? Wait until you go and see his YouTube channel, Excel Sifu. So now he has about 945 subscribers, guys. If you're on the show, if you're watching later, just go to his YouTube and subscribe. Let's break that 1,000. But he's got tons of videos in here. I think there's 80 plus, 83 to be exact, right? Sifu?
I've lost count.
Wow, see, hey, how can people use Excel lost count one away?
Because I have a lot of videos hidden behind, so I'm not published yet. So I've lost count.
Wow, got a lot. And then I was blown away because we saw this one. This is something that you just posted today, and they got 10K views on CA.
That's right. Penalty tu.
Itulah, calculate penalty semua pandai lah. So guys, if you're on the show and then you wanna you're curious, you want to find out more about the Sifu, or you want to find out more tips and interesting info about Excel and how it can be applied to your work, right? This is a space that you can go and have a look at. So I got a question, a second question that we want to ask you, Sifu. Look at this. Why do businesses or individuals need Excel skill? I mean, like Satay himself, he makes a lot of money selling Satay. Somehow he doesn't declare NHDN.
Oh, you. Habis kena nanti.
Yeah, this is a very good question. And just coincidentally, I just realized I prepared something like this. And some people say, like CA mentioned, wow, this is rocket science, shoo, going towards the moon, Mars, and some other planets. Really, a lot of people, they think Excel is only for the big boys. Excel is only for someone they have a comprehensive data. And this is stories I like to share. And you can share my screen. So that is this a lady. I don't want to disclose her name because I haven't got her permission.
Wow.
And it's a lady coach. So she basically provides some services to her customers. Then she asked me, hey, Tai, I need some help. I think you can help to do some sales dashboard. I said, yes, can. Because she is a one lady strong enterprise. So she asked, and can you help me to do something with that? I said, okay, why not? And I asked a little bit, what makes you want to start this whole conversation? Then she replied, say, she wants to have a feel that she's in control of the data. One lady strong organization. I said, okay, then what else? Then I asked, and what else you want to achieve at the end? I said, because she attracting all the sales with the numbers. He said, okay, she want to see the proposal, then the progress, then quotation proposal, then follow up. She want to see the progress. I said, okay, what else? Then after the job done, she want to track the payment, the collection. So that's the whole three things. Then, okay, maybe I just say this could be done in about 1 hour plus. Then are you okay with that? Then after I quoted my fee, then she said, okay, let's jump on. Then we hop on the Zoom, then so we are able to do it on the spot. And on the spot, she just say her requirement, just do then, because she has no data at all. So I just want to keep the thing data entry minimal. A lot of time people, they embark this kind of project, they will stop because they over-engineer. Like me lah, those days. I like to over-engineer to show I'm very gung-ho, I'm very rocket science one. So I keep it simple, very simple. So at the end, then she got the file and she, wow, so simple one. And the best of all, she's able to see the dashboard, something like this. And this is a fake data. So she's able to see the forecast. This is color for the forecast. And this for the paid, the collection has been made. The green color is for the confirmed job. And the light green is for the pending payment. They have done, but pending for payment. So this is for individual month. So she's able to see that easily. Then furthermore, she can see based on the same data, but it's cumulative on a yearly basis. So sometimes it has high, sometimes it has low in the different months. So at the end, she wants to make sure she's able to get her target, yearly target. So with this, the cumulative one, she is able to get it done easier. So this is very simple way and how people can use differently. This one is just, I think it's a 10, 20 data she need to enter. I keep it very minimal. The rest is just populated, and whatever data she entered in the spreadsheet, it will update automatically here. It's very, very simple Excel spreadsheet. It could be done, I think it could be operate in Google Sheet as well. With the same file, they can port into Google, it's still able to work. So this is a very good example to show how Excel could do it differently, and you are able to use it as a tool and to monitor the progress and achieve your dream.
Fantastic. So Rizal, your rojak sales pun boleh track lah.
Betul lah. I track then later got record one.
Okay, must submit LHDN lah tu.
Okay, don't say that name very loud lah. See, something fall down because of the duffel.
It happened behind my scene.
Oh, okay, no worries, no worries. Tyler mentioned here, Sudah program in Excel, that's why I can forget set and forget. Betul, very true. But I really like this. A lot of people don't know the impact of dashboards and whatnot. So maybe before I share my own personal experience with dashboard, right? Maybe Sifu, you got to explain to people what is dashboard. I think the only dashboard we know is the car dashboard one. What is dashboard?
Okay, can you repeat just now? It's bit
Oh,
happening behind here.
happening there. So everybody happy Deepavali, man. That's okay. We
Yeah,
don't
lor.
say nothing. It's fun, it's a Deepavali night. So, you mentioned dashboard just now. I mean, I want to talk about dashboard, but before I do that, right? Maybe for the listeners out there, they might not know what a dashboard is. The only thing we know what a dashboard is the one in the car. The car dashboard we know lah. Can see the minyak one, the speed, the lampu,
Mm.
that one lah. Yeah.
Very good question. And dashboard is something like what we can see on the car. Because if let's say you want to dive into the car, you want to see a temperature, the very important one, temperature, the car, the fuel, the mileage, the speed, maybe how fast and how far the car has been traveled. So these are the information. If let's say you want to go deep dive on the engine level, or I need to study the RPM lah, all the combustion rate lah, and all these things. So it's very complex. Rather than working on so many things, they just come out dashboard and easy, and just to make sure the car is in the right moving condition. Just switch the same thinking back to the company. If there's a person do not need to go to the ground and able to know what's happening on the ground, so there is a one-page report, we just can call it as a dashboard. And the benefits of using dashboard, the person can start working on the business is on top. It's not really inside the business. So this is the first thing. If that's the person doing the business in the business for many, many years, maybe that's the first thing this person may want to consider. Start creating a simple dashboard, and slowly they are able to manage the operation from the numbers, and eventually they are able to work on the business. And the best of all, then can free himself or herself from business, and the business still autopilot.
Macam Tesla lah.
Ya loh.
Autopilot.
Tesla dashboard lain macam lah, be careful.
It's a rocket
but,
already, that one.
The burning question I have now, very itchy when I ask already, right? Just now when the coach, right, before she asked you for help, she wanted to have a sense of how the business is. Did she know what she was supposed to collect, or what sort of information she has, or did you have to advise her on that? How did it work out?
Yes, very good question, Rizal. She has some idea and she wanted to show her file to me. Then she is a bit reluctant. She said, "Okay, because she said to me lah, if I share that file to you, you will laugh one." I say, "Really, man?" So at the end, she didn't share anything. Then, okay, why not we start from scratch? Then I start asking some question. Do you want to have something else? For example, the usual question I will ask, maybe for those who are here, you may want to ask the similar question yourself as well. The first thing, what is the sales process like? And some people, they are very complex. They want to track a lot of things. So if let's say you are started out, do not track so much, because some people, they are tracking the conversion and the follow-up, first follow-up, second follow-up, third follow-up, then there's a final follow-up, then before the final, there's a finale follow-up. There's a lot, so many things. So I just asked her to keep the things simple. So her one is very simple. It's just starting. And when the person first contacted her, then slowly, then the second will be the date for the proposal or quotation sent out. Then any follow-up, just update the proposal. That's one more follow-up date. And when they are anticipate to close this one, if any changes, just update the single date. And therefore, you are able to see the date. Everything here, all the numbers here is based on the date when it's anticipated to close. And there's one more is when the payment has been received. So you can see the payment received date. Everything is here, payment received. So just doing the flow, just one date for the certain stage, so that is able to reuse. It may not be so perfect compared to some very robust CRM software. It's just something just enough. And the best of all, and this is my philosophy lah. I always want to make the things simple, and people can feel it, and they can feel the success, even though it's very small. When they feel the success, they want more. They're more confident. They're able to use it. Those days when my mind was a bit rocket science, the era, when someone asked me to do something like this, I created a macro. I complicated all the stuff, and then eventually the person used maybe for 1 week or two, then just dump it away.
Wow, big macro,
Yeah, Lord.
Wow, I'm very interested already. Rojak business.
Make it
Very good.
simple lah.
If I can
This
track
one
the rojak business, very nice one.
confirm jalan already. Yeah.
No, okay. Hey, then this the for this particular coach still using the dashboard and very happy. What was the coach's immediate response after using it? What did she see from the business or the impact to the business?
This one, I just completed this assignment very recently, so I
Oh,
have not get back to her because she is the
wow.
person not so computer literate, and
Okay.
she is okay with computer. It's not so heavy usage, and if let's say you want to keep a thing simple, that's the first priority. And when
Wow.
after, because the best of all is I co-create together with her. That means on the spot like this one, on the spot, then I do something, then I pass the file to her, or she is able to remote control my screen and experience it. Because at the end, I want to let her, hey, let's key. I will use a scenario. Okay, there's a Mr. Alpha is going to ask you on this date, and what's the amount and so on. So I asked her to go through the scenario by herself alone. So after that, she is happy, then there's things can be handed over. So I always make sure she's able to do it comfortably, not under pressure. Like, need to key in so many things one.
Wow. I like this, man. It is so cool. Very, very cool. All right, cool. Thank you so much, Sifu. I learned a great deal about the dashboard that you created, the simplicity, and then removing the noise is straight to the point. And I agree, right? CA, we sell
Definitely.
rojak, sell satay, no time one. Fan lah, got change, people order lah, and then we'll go drink water and come back. Susah, right? And when to put the info? If you want to put it simple and easy only, right?
Oh, now I have to track 3 different lagi. One is sales, cash sales,
Uh,
e-wallet sales,
uh.
credit card sales lagi. Alamak, how? Then you have to all the different
Kedai
commission
kad,
charges, right? Bank fees. God.
sekarang sekarang wave saja mah, wave mah.
For consumer wave lah, but for business owner, because the what do you call, the charges are separate. I mean, bank cash sales the best lah. There's no other charges, right? E-wallet pun ada
Hmm.
charges. Oh, credit card
Hmm.
pun ada charges, debit card pun ada. So how?
Maybe the dashboard can jaga one lah.
So that one
They put
confirm
that
mesti
like a,
jalan.
if the order come from here, it got automatic 20%. So me as a boss, I know profit got 10 sales using Grab, and then immediately I know the profit then and there berapa man. Wah, dashboard cun. Boleh pakai man. Okay lah, okay lah. Maybe we go back to the topic, right? Everybody recalls the our topic for today is actually people development. People development. So this one question I want to ask the Sifu was, can Sifu help us really? So can Excel sheets, numbers and figures, can they really help people development? I saw your post already, but I know you know something. Can you share some tips with us so people know really, really how can Excel help people development?
Wow. Because after I received this topic, I go Google and search, wow, people development is a huge topic. Wow, I also call Rizal. Rizal, how I have no idea what to cover.
Hey, we ask the Sifu, Sifu should know one. He will go and think.
Okay, let me meditate for 3 days, 3 nights.
Wow.
Okay. So let me share. There's one story. This is a HR manager, and I was quite surprised because for the well-established organization, this organization is a multinational company, and because it has different industry lah. This is a logistic industry, and they have an internal learning management system where they assign the courses, the e-learning to the staff, and they want to track the all progress. And usually for this kind of e-learning, it's very good to track the progress and track who they are. And towards the end, they want to do some summarize or some analysis because they have a different courses, compulsory, example, safety, and non-compulsory or job related. So they have this kind of courses and they want to track. And one fine day, this lady, she got promoted. Then after a few months, then she panically talk to me. Tai, I need some help. Yeah, okay, how can I help you? Then she said, hey, my boss asked me to do analysis. I look at the numbers, I see liao, Miss okay, so okay, that's good. And how can I? Maybe you can hop on a quick session and see how I'm able to assist you. Then after the session, about 40 minutes, then I asked a question, a golden question, because I want to collect some success stories to share. I said, okay, if let's say without this method, and if you are doing by your own method, whatever method you know lah, how long will you take? Then she think, maybe about few hundred hours. I said, okay, that would be how much? 900 or few hundred, how much? Then she replied, 400 plus hours, plus minus. I said, OMG, wow, that's a lot. Then after that, I asked, how much time you need to do and with the new method? And she, maybe a couple of minutes. So, wow, that's a lot, huge difference. So in terms of the people management perspective, the HR manager, I'm not saying particularly any organization. The HR manager, sometimes they need to do this kind of analysis. And in order for them to know which department is doing a bit better in terms of e-learning adoption and how about the other departments. And they're able to see how the progress and they're able to change out the report regularly. So this one with a bit monitoring, and definitely they will help their people to learn more using their existing infrastructure or e-learning content. So that's the first thing. And second thing, I'm a bit pity from a HR manager perspective. They will do much more value to the organization by managing the people development, example, the program, the planning, and so on, and the execution. Not really so much in terms of they need to spend about a few hundred hours to do the data analysis. What the time is really, they can use something similar. Maybe they will come up with a brilliant idea to engage the staff better, maybe to encourage the staff to do some internal sharing, some different programs. So there'll be a different way of looking on how Excel really can help in terms of accelerating the people development. So in a nutshell, this is the story I share.
Oh, that's very smart. Very true, very true. I am surprised as well. There are organizations, even though they're very big or well known or been around the market for a while, they don't know how to utilize Excel. And to be fair, it's very people centric, meaning that if you bring in a person who has a certain skill, sometimes Excel may not be the main skill that they have. Knowledge is yes, but application of information and data into how they analyze, how they run their analytics, it doesn't match. Some people really struggle with it. I was lucky. I think I mentioned that I also had this guy who was a master in Excel. I used to say, hey, dude, you run this training for everyone. So he did the training for the HODs and then the staff, and people loved it. And after that, it helped everyone's work very much. Even for me, sometimes when I do Excel, I really, wow, I have to go and look up Google lah, go and look up formula lah, or watch YouTube and then apply it, and then suddenly wrong. Oh, so frustrating. Yeah, it's very tough, very tough. All right, that's very good story. Hey, but people development, CA, your Sati got staff mah?
Satay.
Yeah, you said Sati
Me.
got staff,
Oh,
right?
God. Me, myself, and I lor. So we have an army of 3. So we have to measure. How? Satay seller semua seorang je. Mana ada staffnya?
Mana you go Saji Samuri, got like airport over
Itu different franchise, different level already, our friend.
there.
That one is grow so big already. But I
Rojak
think the owner
always,
pun habis.
Rojak different more. Rojak different. Rojak is always the Rojak group. It's a group company, The Rojak group company is always a truck, and then on this
yeah.
side they cook Rojak, on the other side they make chendol.
Oh yeah,
The
man. That's
subsidiary.
true.
Subsidiary. and then they share resources to go and clean the plates. Correct or not, right? Yeah. So I think I need to think about the Excel on both sides now, both sides. All right. And then any other things that you have experienced with Sifu in terms of people development? Has Excel really helped people develop into a leader or a better manager? Have you heard that before or seen that happen before?
I have seen one story. Yeah, thank you for asking that specific question. That triggered one of the memories. So there was a lady, because I help out in a certain program like employability enhancement program that people they are not employed for a couple of months till there's a GRC, they sponsor some corporates, they will sponsor this kind of program. So one of the segment of the program is to teach them how to use Excel. So my Excel training, I like to drill people or grill people.
Ayo. Wow, that guy, okay. This guy, he drill a lot on, okay. And grill on.
Oh, sweat, man. Okay. I do something similar as well. Okay, so during a session, I will ask them, I will throw them the file without giving them without explaining how to find the data, because this is something like school data, and it's dummy school data, has a list of school, then the school has a different student, the student has a different ID number, and based on different grade and so on, and I will throw them the question. And furthermore, to make the thing worse, right, I make the data so messy, a lot of garbage inside, they need to make sense of the data and answer all 14 questions. And some of them, I didn't show them how to do the cleanup. I didn't show them how to use VLOOKUP and nothing. Just, okay, this is a file, go and find the answer. Then depending on some of them, because the session is only up to evening, and some of them, they stay back. Because when they come to me and ask me questions, I say, okay, each of you will only able to ask me 3 questions. I set a quota. Then, okay, one of them ask me, okay, not 3 questions, correction, it's 1 question each. 1 question each. Then they will come to me. Then, can I do this? Can I do this? Then I will ask, is that your question? Then they will stumble. They are stressed. They will go back and start working. And because it's in the aircon room, they were working in the small group. They will just bring their own sweaters, the food, the TVs, drink, and then start working on the numbers. And some of them, they do it manually, use their iPod to check. There's a few hundred records, one by one, really struggle. And they can work until over midnight. So I just go there and watch, look-see, and see how things work. Then I enjoy seeing them suffering in the room.
Why?
I want to see them suffer in the room, not outside. So I just want to let them suffer. And after that, at the end, okay, tomorrow, the next day, I will just go into the room and ask them, what's the answer? Okay, they will submit the answer. Then I will say, okay, this is the way how you're able to use Excel differently. I show them. Then there's a lot of realization, a lot of light bulbs. That's because of they have a struggle in the room first. I say, okay, then I will share. That is the things you may encounter in the workplace. If let's say you do not know how to do it. Because sometimes the boss just throw the data, that's it. Then furthermore, I invite them to think a bit differently. So this phrase, one of the lady, she remembered and she applied the similar things in her internship. Because for them, the internship program is their absorption rate. That means for those interns, they only about 10% will be getting a permanent job. Otherwise, the 90% would go back to some other organization if they are lucky. So this lady is a bit worried. Then she always keep the phrase in her mind. They say, okay, then one fine day, and she just shared the story very happily. Hey, Tai, okay. Then she also called me Sifu Tai. Sifu Tai, I'm so happy. I said, what happened? Okay, she got offered permanent job. Wow, congratulations! I'm so happy with her. Then after she worked in the organization for a couple of months, then she got promoted, transferred to a different department in a different rank because of the way she is thinking just by this phrase. Then I'm just curious. Hey, what makes you so different now? Then she said, yeah, you told me that phrase, no? I say, yeah, I say a lot in the session. I have no idea what I have spoken. Okay, don't hang on the cliff. Tell me what I have spoken to you. You tell me to think like a boss.
Think like a boss.
Yes. Okay, why this phrase stick in your head and so long, and how this thing has helped you? Then she replied, yeah, I'm starting in the internship. When I do the work, I always think my manager, how can I make my manager work a bit faster and easier? She always think like the boss. And when she talked in that way, Then eventually her manager recommend her to transfer to a different department with a different role. So very fantastic.
Wow.
So there's a story, in terms of using Excel to grow a person in terms of a small kind of leadership. So this is a story I would like to share.
That's a fantastic story, Tai. Really terror.
Yeah. Amazing, man.
It's a
Sifu
true
does have
story.
a lot of story, man. A lot of story. I mean, how many years already lah? He's Excel lah. He's Satay is
Satay
Excel
some
very
more.
well.
Ah.
Yeah, Satay some more lah. I think so. If you want to know the basics, or if you want to know a simple way to use Excel, or you don't know what to do for your business in regards to data information, you go to Sifu Tai. He knows his stuff already. He really knows his stuff. Wow.
Hey, but Rizal, you remember, you have to tell people, make sure, go for the one, please do not torture me option. Remember, you don't tell that option, habis, I tell you, the fella kena satay lah, torture lah, kena
Mana
rojak, I
boleh
don't know
weh.
what.
I don't want to say lah. Must let them be lah. That one is the part of the package, man. No pain, no gain. No pain, no gain. The torture
No
part,
pain,
that
no
one
gain,
is
no.
very
Betul
bad
juga.
lah. Yeah, I think I went through a course very similar, something very similar, and it was problem solving lah. So it's open to anything, and then the trainer put out something, and then purposely let the time run out without any answer. And it was so complex. They wanted us to think, and the next day, right, came up with a surprise lah. And then the answer was so out there, no one would have thought about it. But when he explained, and the idea was, like what Sifu said, like, when you're at work, that's what happens. People just throw something to you, and you're supposed to do it, right? And then suddenly you got Excel and this amazing platform, but don't know how to utilize. So rugi lah. Wow, I think I really learned a lot today lah. So maybe Satay business and Rojak business need to really think. Maybe we can share lah. Pasar Malam Association mah. All together untung we do together lah. Right?
Can start what they call seminar for all the traders, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
members.
Actually, I wanna ask this question a bit odd. I just thought about it. One, is there a difference between Google Sheets and Excel? Two,
Yes.
do you recommend either, or is there a purpose for either?
Okay, very good question. Maybe before I jump into this question, I have a person, something to do with the people development as well. They are semiconductor company, and they have a group of engineers. So some they are junior, some they are senior. So they want to make sure they are able to develop them to the next level. So before that, they want to make sure the technical knowledge for different groups of engineers, they are able to gather some data. So the first thought they want to use Excel. Okay, good. Then after that, then they ask for my help. They say, okay, how can I help you? Then say, okay. Then because they want to use Excel to do some macro, some automation, say, why? Or because there's a different group of people. Okay, then what else? Because they want to make sure they're only able to submit the question once, and they're able to differentiate whether it's a senior or the junior engineer. Okay, then how you disseminate, or that means send the question out using Excel file. Then they will open it. Then they will key in answer all the question only once. Then save it and send it back. Wow, that's my expression. Wow, I didn't say OMG lah. Wow, that's how many engineers you have? Few hundreds. Wow.
You got a lot of matcha behind to do everything.
Surprising, they don't have the matcha to do this kind of, and they are HR. No way out. And they need to do it. I say, okay, after I know a little bit, then I suggest maybe you could consider different options. Then and with that option, you're able to, the time will be saved is do not need to send out so many things. You just need to send it once. And once people, they have finished, you just have everything in one single sheet, and you're able to do analysis faster. Wow, can one? Yeah, can. I say, okay, just using Google Form. Google Form can one? Yes, Google Form, you have the option to split like this, a junior engineer, so a different set of question, senior engineer, that's different question. Then on the spot, I show them, so simple one, so happy. Then at the end, the data will be in the Google Sheet. Wow, so simple one, don't need to key one by one. If let's say they were to send out the first option, they send out all the files individually, they need to combine all the files one by one into a single sheet before they're able to do analysis. So that is a story. And why okay, what are the differences between these two? The very obvious one is the spelling. The name, the spelling. One is called Google, one is Microsoft. Okay, it's a cool joke. Lame joke.
This tire.
Yeah.
It's okay, Sifu, we have to laugh now.
You don't have any cricket sound effect?
No, we got angry people.
Okay. So the difference between two of them, one is online, one is offline. If let's say they want to share the data easily, they can use online Google Sheet. Some people may be asking, hey, how about online Excel? It can do something similar as well. The difference between two of them, if let's say I'm talking the online form, Google Form is able to accept a lot more entries compared to the Microsoft Form. Because it's a design, I'm not sure what's happening, and Google Form is able to accept more. Few hundred, few thousand still okay. And the limitation for I think it's for Excel, online Excel is a bit lower compared to the Google Form, because I have tested, because all this one, if I go for online, I will just go for online Google Sheet. And yeah, so online is very easy to share, and they will change everything there. They can use that as a collecting data, and they're able to use much more chunky function in using online Google or Google Sheets. Yes, able to do something similar. Meanwhile, the offline version, like the one we have in our computer, is very, very easy for us. We want to process a lot of data, and we want to do automation. Online, you want to do automation, very complex because of a lot of security, a lot of constraint. For offline, example in the Excel, we're able to do automation. Like I generate the reports for individual PDF file for different people. I just make sure everything ready, just send it once. The data is in, then one button, it will generate multiple PDF files. So offline, the Excel is able to have a greater flexibility and a greater security, greater freedom to do things compared to online version. So depending on the needs, sometimes I will hybrid as well. They want to have a shared data, I put it in the Google Sheet so that other people can key in analysis part using Excel, download the data into Excel and do the number crunching. So it's a mixture. So I macam answer and don't answer.
No, that's a good answer one. So I know already, Satay use Google Sheets, I use Microsoft Excel. Yours one just the daging, mine got many things inside, got sotong, everything, meat.
But just now you say city, where got use Google Sheet one? That one is Apple is what? Calculate or something kan? I don't know, the Excel, the spreadsheet tu numbers. Benda lain tu.
Okay lah.
Very different.
Very different. Dengar tu.
Okay lah. I learned something new today. Okay, nanti I tanya Siti lah. Hey Siti. Yo. Okay lah. We're down to the last question of the day. We are almost about an hour. Very, very cool stuff. Let's ask away. Sifu, I've got the weirdest business that you know is using Excel.
Weirdest business? Define weirdest. I don't remember. All the business I interact with, they are legal, they are okay, so they are ethical. So far, I don't see any weird one.
I don't know lah, like someone like dodgy satay seller like what.
Jangan weh. Don't.
Yo. Pasar malam use Excel mah?
Pasar malam no long. They will not come to me because they don't watch this show.
Okay lah. I think there's probably not many lah. These days people still do manual. They still do manual. It's crazy. But I think it's so
Mm.
much more easier if you're able to use Excel and start keying things. I'm very curious already. Maybe next time we should find out from Sifu lah, the coach, right? How they keep track. And I wonder how the performance is going. Because you can see things very clearly, right? The dashboard is there for you to look. It's like driving, right? You know that, over limit a bit, slow down. If it's like CA, right? He say the limit the 80, he go 100 one, this guy. Cause
100,
rushing mah.
Jangan weh. Hey,
Okay,
but coming
okay.
back to the weirdest one, there's one thing
Huh,
I think my brother was sharing with me. He went to Shanghai many years ago.
huh,
So he came across this beggar on the street, in
mm,
China. And this
mm,
was easily at least, I think, 2000 or 2001. So in China, back then, they were already adopting this Alipay and
yep,
WeChat Pay. It was
mm,
so widely adopted. Even the beggar has two e-wallets,
well,
So,
yeah,
you know what they did?
huh,
They actually have this beggar. My brother told me he was so shocked because he's a Malaysian, my brother. So when he went to China, he cannot have a Alipay or a WeChat Pay. So surprisingly, my brother said he wants to give cash. The time is I don't think it's about 10 renminbi or whatever lah. So he wants to
mm,
give cash. You know what the beggar told him?
mm,
Do you have Alipay? Serious, serious. And that
huh,
that that person, when he pull out, he actually pull a different. Is a printed piece of paper with a barcode. So if you
huh,
scan, automatically will donate 10 ringgit 10 renminbi. Then my brother said, "Hey, what is Alipay?" Because that was the first time he encountered Alipay.
mm,
Everybody else was accepting notes except this guy.
mm,
And when he want to pay that time, he said use Alipay lah. And guess what? In the end, he even showed my brother this app. So he has two apps, one Alipay, one WeChat Pay, and each app will show when was the donation, how much, what time. If he
mm.
wants, he can also interact with the people. That was how advanced 20 years ago. WeChat Pay and Alipay. So
Only
in
20 years
Malaysia, I
ago.
think 20 years ago, 20 years ago, they're already using already Alipay and WeChat Pay. So when in
Serious.
Malaysia, I think now we are starting to go to cashless society. That's when I think a lot of business owners they have this challenge. I think you need to compile because number one they have cash sales, right?
Mm,
Number two, of course, we have I think 50 e-wallets. I think gila one, right? So you have I don't know how they're going to consolidate. You have a Grab Pay lah, your Touch and Go lah. I don't know what else you have there. Okay, these are the only two I
favor,
know.
all of that stuff, yeah.
Fave Pay. But all this you cannot automatically generate a report. So you have to individually log into to all the different dashboard, right? I think Thai,
Mm,
this is where I think you should talk to all these business owners really because that is a major headache. How to what's the keyword? How to reconcile the accountants will use manual
yeah,
reconciliation, matio, and then
yeah,
got
lor.
bank charges. Every wallet has a different what's the word? They have a different transaction fee. Maybe today Grab Pay will give you special promotion to all the charges today. Today free example and then Touch and Go maybe is 1%. Or maybe tomorrow Fave Pay 0.9%. How?
Mm,
So I think Thai
Mm.
actually there's when it comes to Excel, there's a lot of opportunities. So maybe for business owners who are out there listening to this show, if you are using all these cashless devices or payments or e-wallets, you have problems or reconciliation, you are doing it manually,
mm,
and your
mm.
accountants auditors keep kacauin you, alamak, can you submit a proper report? Because you submit cash satu report,
Mm.
Alipay, no, no, this Touch and Go one report, Grab Pay one report is a very messy situation. Even accountant
Mm.
auditor pun pening kepala. That is
Mm.
something maybe you want to think
Real
about. Because
problem.
manual cancellation teruk sekarang ni this is one area I can see you if Thai can generate this. He was sharing this one what 5 second to click a dashboard, create a dashboard. I think that's where it's very, very helpful for business owner that say, today hari ni e-wallet nombor 1 berapa? Example lah. E-wallet nombor 2 berapa? Cashier berapa? Credit card berapa? Debit card berapa? Then straight away you can see. Some of them, because all these are standalone.
I wonder how come he can make so much money on that's one. He just siphon here and there one. Are you sure he sells satay or just sell everything else as well, this guy?
Jangan weh. I was this Thai, I think he is wondering lah. So I don't really sell satay lah. So what I don't. So when I was on a video call with my clients, they are all accountants or auditors, they asked me this question. Say, you do catering or not? I was like, mana bikin catering ni? Website tak ada tulis catering langsung ano. And they said, no, see, I heard that you sell satay ma. So you do catering or not? I said, oh my God. I said, no man, I don't do catering. So sometimes, and some of them, because they are accountant audit, lagi teruk. Why Rizal asking me about LHDN? So some of them, one of them was quite serious with me lah. He said, CA, you pay LHDN or not? I said, pay LHDN for what? You sell satay ma. You call yourself satay seller. So of course you have to declare your satay sales, right? It's like, oh my goodness. I said, no man. I said I call myself satay seller, but I don't receive any payment. So how? Declare apa? Need dashboard lah, Thai.
That's why he said reconciliation just now.
Jangan weh.
This one pandai one. If we go see him, his barcode is hidden one. We go see him, the money tip already. Where that sum come from? Got money deducted already. He's doing that one. That's why he wants to reconcile. Don't know where the money is coming from.
Susah ni.
Alright. Hey, we are 1:06 already. 6 minutes past our 1 hour show, but never mind. Thank you so much. I wanted to give the floor to Sifu Tai. Thank you for joining us today. Really, really happy to have you on board. I've always wanted to speak to you in person, so this is great. Virtually, one day we meet in person lah. We meet in person, then you can bagi tips sikit lah, macam mana bagi Excel sikit I punya barang. Okay. All right. So, any last words from you to the audience?
Last word, like I'm going to embark somewhere else.
No lah.
Can terbang mah ada mana sih?
Different movement, like move. Okay, so I would like to share these small things with all of you, and why I'm so passionate. I think this is related to a little bit of why I'm doing what I do. So I want to use this one to share with many people, whoever watching this one. So a lot of time people think about data. They think they were somehow correlate to big data, AI, machine learning, very complex, very advanced, very expensive. They're killing me, or there's a lot of things. So actually data is everywhere. Like just how CM mentioned, it could be in the payment transaction, it could be in the bank, could be in the handwritten records, and could be in the Google form. So those are the data. So rather than go for something a big bang, start something small, just enough. So because at the end, you want to build the habit, and so that you're able to, when I see the data, you are excited because you see money is there. So when you are using something like this, you'll be doing a bit differently, even though you are in underemployment or you are doing on your own. It's perfectly okay. It's the same thing. Because eventually, this is what I believe. One fine day, because currently in terms of the Excel function, there's something called VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, match index. There's a lot of things. I was just envision one fine day, the lorry driver, they will know how to use VLOOKUP. I'm just weird stuff. So that means it's so common. Almost everyone, they know how to handle their data differently compared to this current stage. Because no matter you like it or otherwise, it will be here, and data is all over the places. Whoever knows the data better than the next door, you'll be much more ahead than them. So this is something you may want to take consideration. Do it not for your own, but you want to do it as part of the enjoyment, having fun, and you are able to discover something differently. Really, you will be amazed how the things will be unfold just by going through all these things. Maybe a side story. If you want me to cover a specific scenario, let me know, and maybe you can have jump to a very quick short session to share a bit your story and scenario. Maybe I can come out a video and just to share how to use Excel to handle that. Yeah, maybe everyone can be inspired. Hey, I can do Excel differently. And you can see something similar in the YouTube channel as well. Like example, using Excel to do a profiling tool, using Excel to decide what you want to cook or what you want to eat, also possible.
Wow, that also very good. You can cook what you want to eat, then use Excel. But don't say too loud because that satay guy, right, he want to reconcile all his business. Man. Satay is just the surface, man. Oh my god, jangan. But anyway, thank you so much, Sifu Tai. That was really good. I think I learned a lot today, and I think I learned a lot about you. So I hope that the audience who tuned in as well. Thank you so much for joining us, and feel free to connect with him on LinkedIn, I think Facebook as well. Plus, also check out his YouTube. Let's make it 1,000 subscribers. And I hope that one day we can meet in person and then start talking about Excel and how it can be applied to business because I'm already so curious. All right, so CA.
Vegetarian satay lah, cari weh. Mana
Yeah,
dapat?
boleh. One new market.
Actually,
untapped market sama ya.
banyak. Tapi dia macam apa tu? Fake meat man, the vegetarian meat man.
Oh, the flour one lah.
That
Cannot
one,
burn
man,
lah. I think habis, hangus.
You slow lah, okay? Slow lah. Yeah. All right. Anyway, I enjoyed the session tonight. Okay, thank you again so much to Sifu Tai and also my partner in crime here for today as the guest host, Mr. Satay Man, the president for the Pasar Malam Association, which is all legal, by the way. There's no funny business on our side. We will do things properly. And
Dah submit ROS belum?
Oh my god. But before we kena tangkap, we want to wish everyone good night, happy Deepavali, enjoy your long weekend, and then if you're traveling, stay safe and
Thank you. Good night.
All right, good night,
Good night,
guys.
everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.